I like the adrenaline. I like what is crazy. I could fight boxing, but there's many people who do boxing, and Bareknuckle, it's not a new sport, but it's a new organization.
Right.
So I think there's a lot to do with that, and there's not a lot of people who do this. So for sure, for the exposure is best, and. I had experience with MMA, but because of the pandemic, I could not fight, and I had the opportunity to sign with them. My manager offered me this. They was searching for girl, and I said, "Why not? I want to try it at least one time in my life. I have to try it to say I fight bare knuckle professional."
Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? You know what I'm talking about? It's your motherfucking boy, Gamero, the Pharaoh, the poor man's Robert De Niro. You know what I'm talking about? Bald, but also very beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I am also very ecstatic, you know what I'm saying, to bring you another story, another fighter amongst these hollowed midnight in Miami halls. But before we get to introducing the powerhouse that we have today, ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're on Spotify. Yes, you're on Deezer. Yes, you're on Apple Podcasts. You know, hit that follow button and everything. But more than anything, go on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got 72 damn cameras in here. That's why you got all these angles. You know what I'm talking about? So go on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe, and you'll be notified every single time that we have a brand new guest on the show. And speaking of brand new guests, ladies and gentlemen, how do I introduce someone who has traversed through adversity the way that this woman has? You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, in Canada, they got restrictions. They got restrictions like it's nobody's business, man. Bro, you can't even walk your dog, bro. You can't look out the window, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's restricted. And you got arrested, bro. They'll burst in through your house, bro. You looked out the window, bro. You got 7 years in jail, bro. And that's Canada. Thanks, Trudeau. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, the woman before me, you know what I'm saying, she faced those adversities head on, and really was able to come out the other side. She traveled. She made it happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is my absolute pleasure to be able to introduce, for the first time in the Midnight in Miami studios, we have Jade Masson-Wong. Jade, how are you today?
I'm good. You?
Oh man, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I got my coffee. I got my energy. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, she sees it. First of all, thank you so much for joining us today. We are also very excited to have you here today. Talk to us. How is your Sunday treating you so far?
My Sunday, I don't stop. I have a big Sunday. Normally it's for relax, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here with you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. If I am not mistaken, you yourself are preparing for a fight for Bareknuckle FC. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
Talk to me about that. When is the fight? How did it come about? Talk to us a little bit about that.
My fight is in 2 weeks, the February 19th.
Okay.
For BKFC Knucklemania 2.
Okay.
It will be on the Hard Rock Seminole Hotel in Hollywood.
Okay.
So it will be really nice. It's a big card, big name too on the card will be there. So I'm really excited, and it's the end of my training camp, so it's coming soon, and I feel it's coming in less than 2 weeks.
Oh my God! Have you been to the Hard Rock, the guitar-shaped hotel?
Yes. I was living close, like from my street. I can see the guitar.
Oh yeah, it's iconic, man.
Really nice.
Kind of hard to miss, huh?
Yes.
Talk to us. How has your fight camp for this particular fight been so far? What is different about this fight camp compared to others?
But this fight camp is completely different because I'm here in Miami and I'm from Canada. So it's the first time I do a training camp outside the Quebec, Canada.
Right.
So I have to figure out everything, but it's really good. I arrived here like 3 months ago. And I had time to try other gym, and now I'm in a good gym that I feel confident, and it's really good because I have a lot of people from everywhere I can work with. So it's really better than my place in Quebec where there's not a lot of opportunity and it's really restrictive. So that's really good.
What was it? Was it solely the like the shutdowns, the lockdowns that made you make the transition to Miami, or was it anything else?
No, I wanted to move since many years. I wanted to move from Quebec.
How come?
I don't like the cold first. I hate the cold. So this is one of the big reasons. And I wanted to leave, but with the pandemic, it was difficult. So the border was closed too between Canada and USA. Wow. And the day it has opened in November, I passed the first day.
The first day?
Yes, the first day. I didn't want to wait more, so I have already prepared all my things and I waiting this day.
Oh my God.
Yes, because it was closed, I think, for more than 1 year.
Wow. Wow.
So I was hoping it will open, and the day it was open, I said, I pass. I don't want, I have to go.
Talk to us about that year that it was closed. Before we started recording, you were talking about how you weren't able to fight. I mean, borderline barely able to train. Talk to us about that year kind of in limbo.
They are really restrictive. So the gym was closed, and it's been 2 years that the pandemic started. So it was until the last week it was closed, but yes, they had reopened, but closed, reopened, closed. So everything, we could not train. We have to train hide, and it was hard for a fighter, for every athlete, it's hard. And there was no organization, nothing. So no chance to upgrade. So that's why I wanted to move too.
Did you have any leads down here in South Florida or in Miami as far as like, did you already know a couple trainers down here? Did you know a couple gyms down here? Or did you dive into the unknown? You didn't know where you were going to stay. You didn't know where you were going to train. What was it like?
I just, because I drove from Canada, I have a camper. So I drove with my camper and my dogs, and I just had reserved in my camping, and the rest I didn't know. So I passed and I arrived here, and after I checked, I tried gym. I didn't have nobody, no family, and just tried.
I mean, I could talk for an hour about camper life. Talk to me about that road life. Talk to me about the camper. Talk to me a little bit about that. We had actually shout out Renda Ryder. You know, he's an artist that came here a couple weeks ago, and he's kind of on the same tip. He has a camper as well, and he travels to wherever he's gonna get commissioned for an art piece or whatever the case. And he loves the RV life. He loves the camper life. So talk to us about that.
Yes, but it's me. I think it's liberty, really, and I bought this because I want to bring my dogs with me everywhere,
right.
And it's really more easy, and it's like I bring my house on my back.
Right,
I can go
right.
everywhere, and I buy it first because in Canada sometimes I went to like Montreal train, and for 2-3 days, so I go with my camper, so it's just useful.
It's super convenient.
Mm-hmm. Yes, really. And I already did another training camp like 3 years ago. I went to Vegas. I went to California.
Wow.
And, so it was not the first time I left like that.
Damn.
But now it's to move here. No?
Wow. And shout out Vegas. Vegas has my heart, bro. I once made $800 at the roulette table, so that was the highlight of my life. Talk to us about Bareknuckle. Kind of like what led you to Bareknuckle. It's such a, there's boxing, there's MMA, there's jiu-jitsu, there's so many things, and Bareknuckle is so like in your face, nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Like, what led you to Bareknuckle out of it all?
I like the adrenaline. I like what is crazy. I could fight boxing, but there's many people who do boxing, and Bareknuckle, it's not a new sport, but it's a new organization.
Right.
So I think there's a lot to do with that, and there's not a lot of people who do this. So for sure, for the exposure is best, and. I had experience with MMA, but because of the pandemic, I could not fight, and I had the opportunity to sign with them. My manager offered me this. They was searching for girl, and I said, "Why not? I want to try it at least one time in my life. I have to try it to say I fight Bareknuckle professional."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh my God, how exciting. Yes. Talk to us about your first ever experience fighting, your first ever fight, whether it be professional or amateur. What was that experience like for you?
My first amateur was kickboxing. And after my first, I knew I wanted to be professional. I really had the
bug.
Yes.
And why did you even go to the gym in the first place to do kickboxing? What led you to the gym in the first place to do any sort of martial art where it would be so hands-on?
By me, I started at 13, the training boxing. So I started with box, but it was just training. I didn't think I will fight. I will do fight. But after I stopped during my when I was teenager, and I restart at 18 in the MMA gym. Training, I don't know. I always liked the sport, the martial art.
Right.
When I was young, my father bring us to a boxing event and things like that. So it's not new. I always saw that.
Wow. And speaking of, you had mentioned your father. What was kind of like that support system like as far as your family, your friends and family? Were they supportive from the get-go of this career path, or were they trying to maybe steer you in another more, traditional setting? What was that like?
For sure, I think they would like I do something else.
Yeah.
I think every parents don't like their kids fight.
Right.
Yes, my father is with me. He really supports me a lot. He's there with me in every fight. He come see me. So he will come for my next fight. He follow me everywhere. For my mother, it's really hard because it's so stressful. So
I can imagine.
Yes, she went for my first amateur and my first professional. And my first professional, she almost was sick and had to go to the restroom and everything.
God.
So I tell her, don't stay at home.
Does she watch it from home or no?
No, I shouldn't. She talked to the phone with my sister, and my sister tell to my mother how it goes.
Okay. Wow. Oh my God. Do you have a preference as far as when you're fighting, having that support system there or not? As far as, does it get in your head that maybe your father's watching, or does it motivate you to do better?
If my father, when he's watching,
if he's at the fights, does it make you nervous or does it motivate you?
It depends. My father is a little bit stressed.
Okay. Aren't they all? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but now it's not the first time. So when he starts to be too stressed, I tell him, go a little bit away. I will see you after the fight.
Right. Oh my God. At what point did it hit you that this was more than a hobby, that this was more than you getting in shape? At what point did you realize this is what I'm going to be doing?
Because after my first amateur, I wanted to have a lot of experience, to have the more experience. So I knew I put more energy, and for me, it's really benefit the combat sport because it's what keeps me in a good track. Because I had problem when I was teenager with the discipline, with the many things. So the combat sport is really it's a lifestyle.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I have to sleep good, to eat good, good habits.
Right.
So it's a lifestyle for me.
Right. No midnight snacks, huh? What's kind of your relationship like with your opponent normally? Is there a sense of mutual respect? Do you kind of play off of their energy? If they're being respectful towards you, you'll be respectful towards them. But if they're disrespecting you, you'll disrespect them. What's that like for you?
I have respect for. I respect all my opponents. For sure, it's a sport, so sometimes the people take it personal and they try to go too
deep.
Yes, too deep, and I don't like it. But so I'm not like that.
Okay.
And we are not a lot of girls to do this. So yes, when it's time to fighting, it's adversity.
Right.
But after that, I like to encourage. I don't know.
To show.
To sport.
To be a good sport, right?
Because we are not a lot, but when it's the time for the fight, I don't. I respect them, but if they don't respect me, yes, I will not respect.
Of course.
Respect them. I already have one girl. She was.
What did she do? What happened?
But she was just telling bullshit on the internet and say I was scared, but I beat her, and after she wanted a revenge. But she said I was scared. I wasn't scared. I just
that doesn't make sense.
And this girl, even now, I don't like her.
Oh my God!
Because of that. But normally, I don't care. It's a sport. It's really a sport for me. You know?
Right. Has there been any other examples of your opponent after the fight still kind of being not a good sport?
By this girl.
Anybody else?
She hate me. No,
Wow.
just this one. She hate me, and she was like not my friend, but a sparring partner.
Okay. Kind of like a Cyril Gahn, Francis Ngannou type.
Yes,
okay.
I trusted her, and one day she put a video on the internet and she said, I want to fight you, na 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 na. So I said, okay, but she want to fight me. I will fight her, and I beat her, and now she hates me.
Oh my God, bro.
But it's her problem.
Nah, man, she hates herself at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not a good spirit, this sport.
Are you the type that if you take an L, if you know what I'm saying, if you lose a fight, you take it on the chin, you acknowledge that you know that you lost and you try to learn from it? What's your relationship with losing?
Yes, it's the best learning you can have when you lose. So you have to take the positive from, and it's normal. There's no way in the life that it's like that. So yes, I already lose some fight, and you just have to grow from that, and that's it. To work harder.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you talk to us a little bit about judges? You know, that's one thing that's so kind of controversial in any sort of community pertaining to MMA, boxing, bare knuckle, whatever the case. The judges are always kind of looked at because they say sometimes they don't get the right decision, that sort of thing. What do you think about judges? Do you think they have a difficult job? Do you think for the most part, most of the times they get it right? Do you think there's a problem with judging? Talk to us about that.
But if they like in everything, there's good and there's bad judges. But it can be many things. I never be a judge, but I can imagine sometimes it can be difficult, but sometimes it can be easy. And even when it's easy, sometimes don't give the good decision. So it's really it depends really on the person.
And on the day.
Yes, on the day too.
Oh my God. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm talking about? We have 3. I said 3 segments, and the first one is actually called Mail Time. You know what I'm talking about? In this beautiful segment, you check out our story, our Instagram story, and you'll see who's going to come on the Midnight in Miami set, and you yourself can send in those questions that we will ask our illustrious guest here today. And here are the questions that were sent in. All right,
Okay.
here we go. Don't get nervous, Jade.
Yes.
Don't get nervous now. Okay, Jade, what's been your most challenging fight to date?
My most challenging fight. Like my hardest fight.
Yeah.
I think it was my last MMA fight I
Okay.
got, because by the girl, first, she's really good, and my preparation was not the best. I lost by TKO. The girl kicked me in the liver, so it was instantly. But that's it. That's bad with that, because you feel it. You don't have control for 20 seconds, but after it's like it's
like nothing. Yeah, that's the worst.
Yes.
Because like 20
yes.
seconds after, you're like, I could have continued.
Yes, exactly. But I think it was that, because the girl was really, really good prepared for me, and it was the hardest fight I had.
Wow. And that liver, that's close to the appendix, and they removed my appendix. So
Yeah.
that's what happened the first of the year. That's why I wasn't at
Okay.
training. Yeah, that appendicitis is a bitch. Second question for Jade: why Bareknuckle?
Why? Because I like what is different from the other. I like the feeling, the nature. It's the natural, no gloves, so it's the primal instinct, and
Right.
that's what I like. You feel the air.
Wow.
That's it. It's pure.
What do they wrap your wrist, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it's up like here. So
Okay.
There's nothing.
There's nothing
Just
there.
bad. And
Okay.
even the taping, they do like 2-3 tours, and there's.
And that's it? Oh man.
Like
What? You might as well put a sheet of paper. What? That's nothing, yo. That's crazy.
Yes.
Okay. And Jade, last question from our mail time segment. Why did you start an OnlyFans?
Because of the pandemic, I wanted to have my job in Quebec was shut down. I was working in a tattoo shop in Quebec. I do body piercing.
Oh, very cool.
Yes,
Wow.
I love it. I really love it.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was always shut down, and I needed cash, and I already knew I wanted to move on the road with my camper, and I needed online cash.
Right.
So, some people play bourse, the crypto money,
Right.
things like that. But me, I don't know nothing in that. And the easiest way to have online cash, it was to start an OnlyFans.
Right.
And I had the people asking me already. So that's why I started it.
Damn.
So
Bro, I'll join the OnlyFans just to get pictures of your dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would join. You know what I'm saying? You should post pictures of the puppies, you know, straight up. That's the OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh,
And
man.
me, I don't do porno. I don't
Okay.
do porno. I know sometimes you can hear many things, heavy things on that.
Right. A lot of
but
people talk. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and there's many things happen on that. I already subscribed for some girls, and yes, some are really hard, but you can be in lingerie too.
Right.
It depends. That's what is nice with that. It's you decide everything. You manage the price. You manage.
You're your own boss.
Yes.
Has it been a positive experience for you?
Yes, because it's why I can be here in Miami.
Right.
And live here. It's
Okay.
Because of that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sending in those questions. Please tune in every week. Send in those questions. That's mail time. Jade, talk to us about the constant struggle of people that are trying to pursue a career in this type of field, you hear constantly about them living at the gym. You hear them, having to get a side gig. I mean, we know people that have to get a side gig at a restaurant or this or that. Talk to us about the pay that it comes associated with pursuing a career in MMA and boxing and bare knuckle. It's such a topic that's discussed about, especially in the UFC. They're always talking about, Dana White, pay these fighters, blah, blah, blah. What's your 2 cents on this?
For sure, we are the purse for the fighting sport. It's not
What it should be.
Yes, I think it should be more because it's the hardest part in life, and we take a lot of risk.
You're sacrificing your body.
Yes, everything. But we have to do it for passion. But that's true. It's like I know UFC is the organization who pay the less I think.
Which is crazy.
And they keep in their pocket, but that's it. People want to be on the big international.
Stage, right.
Yes, that's it.
Right.
But me, I never say that I wanted to go to the UFC because I don't like how they manage that.
Right.
Exactly. This is for that. I don't like it, and I think we value more of that.
Right.
But it's still like that. But boxing, they got good purse in boxing when they are high. But for the beginning. We cannot live with that.
No.
It's important. That's why we have a sponsor and all.
Right.
So
unless you're Tyson Fury, and you're making 20 million a fight.
Yes,
It will
take time.
Yeah. 100%. Talk to us, I guess, a little bit about, have you ever been in a situation when you're at your gym, whether it be in Quebec or down here, where you have a sparring partner, and I'm not referring to the person you had mentioned before, but if you have a sparring partner that is maybe a little bit too overzealous that day, a little bit too aggressive that day, do you match them? Do you match the aggressiveness, or do you tell them to tone it down?
If I have someone who go hard, like aggressive and sparring, yes, but if she go hard, I will go hard, but until a certain point. If I see it's too dangerous, I don't want to be out for a fight because of someone.
Careless. Like, it's not worth to lose the purse.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
I don't want to. It's not intelligent. So yes, but I will do until if the person don't understand, I will tell stop. Stop. I don't want to be injured.
Smart. No, that's smart. One of the most, I guess, draining aspects, the unspoken first round of every fight, the making weight. Talk to us about that. Some people have come on here and said basically it's a walk in the park. I don't even feel it. Some people tell me they hate it more than getting punched in the face.
Yes.
So where do you stand on this?
Oh, I hate that.
The weight cut. Oh.
The weight cut, I hate that because I love food, I love sugar.
Praise
I love
the Lord. Oh.
So that's what I think it's the hardest part of all the training camp. It's the restriction with the food.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And by me, I fight at 125. And now this morning I was 141. So I'm still, but it's okay. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah. I'm good because it's the week of the fight that is really more. It drops just in the 3 days before the weigh-in. I really eat not much, and after the dehydration, I lose like around 8 pounds in water.
Wow.
But there's nothing fun in that. And you're not in shape when you do this. You don't want to. You don't go fight like that after the weigh-in because you're too weak.
God.
But it's the part of the sport, and we do this because everyone do this. But if you don't do it, the other person will do it. So you will be the person will
have an advantage.
Yes, exactly. So if everyone stopped to do it, we will not we can't stop,
Right.
but because everyone do it, we have to do it.
What's your preferred method? Do you hit the sauna? Do you just hit the treadmill? Like not like what do you do to shed those final pounds?
I do bath.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's the way that go faster.
Okay.
So I already tried sauna and things like that, but bath is it's really efficacious. It's really
Efficient. Yeah. Got you.
Sorry.
No, I'm bilingual too. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing? Like hot water baths?
Yes, I do this. Normally, I start. I do like maybe three round, 5 minutes with the sauna soap.
Right.
To warm my body, and after I go in the bath. Normally, I do like 2 or 3 bath the night before the weigh-in.
Oh my God.
And after when I wake up, I had around 2 baths to do more. In the morning, and no food
Wow.
for 24 hours, and so it's really not.
Man, I wouldn't be able to sleep because of the grumbling. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes,
Like,
I eat myself by
Oh,
inside.
yeah. It's literally eating fat, bro. That's science, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the day of the weigh-in, are you kind of just like, are you borderline like, not hallucinating, but you kind of like very drained?
My last fight was, I think, the easiest weight cut I did, because I have really someone who following me, and it was really good. But it arrives in the past. We don't sleep good because we are too dehydrated, and yes, I saw blur.
Like
the
white
morning.
dots?
Sometimes or blur. It's not
Oh my
clear
God.
because I'm too tired, and
Right.
so it's really bad.
Wow.
It's not good for the body. It's
No,
really
it's not.
good.
No.
And you think we have to perform the day after in the rain. So
And right, so as soon as you weigh in, are you eating pasta right after? Like, what are you doing? To kinda,
first thing we have to hydrate. So the drink.
a little Gatorade in there.
Yes. Normally, don't eat the next hours after the weigh-in.
Okay.
Just to be to let the body not to be in shock, and eat things that you were eating in the diet, because to don't fuck to the body.
Right.
But sometimes it's hard, because now the weigh-in is done, so I can eat chocolate, and so it's hard. I try to be strict,
Right.
but I eat ice cream and I eat things like that like after.
Hell yeah. What? Oh.
But not too much.
No, of course. Just a little treat. And then you can down the whole thing after the fight, you know?
Yes, after the fight, Lou.
So what's kind of like what's the weigh-in like for you as far as the face-off goes? After you've already weighed in and you're facing off with your opponent, what's that energy like?
What's the energy? By confident. It start. It's the eye contact. The fight is already started when you see your opponent like that at the weigh-in. It don't start in the ring. Before you feel the energy and
The mind games.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. So do you kind of feel like, the first person to break eye contact is kind of weaker? Or?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay, all right.
I think yes,
I'm
and me, I cannot.
I'm gonna stare at you the entire show now, bro. No kidding. Damn. Okay. Wow. And like, what are you expecting for this upcoming fight? Is there something in particular that you've been training? Do you watch tape? Do you watch videos of your opponent, or do you let your coach do that?
I watch. Yes, when I have the name of my opponent, I watch a bit by what I can find. I send to my coach and I let them do the work, the strategy and all. Yes, I think it's important to see it, because to make a strategy with that. But like the girl I have, my next opponent, I don't have a lot of things on her. What I found is like many years before. So, but it's always to a surprise, because you don't know, everything can happen in a fight, so you can be prepared for something, but finally it's totally different. And but the other girl I know, she can see my last fight. It's 4 months ago. So
Right.
but I don't care. Me, I prepare for everything, and my preparation is good, and for every eventuality.
Do you think that do you ever maybe underestimate or overestimate an opponent based on their record? So maybe if they don't have a good record, you'll think it's going to be an easy fight, or do you always respect your opponent?
I always respect, and I always think in my head they are the best in the world. So for that's why I don't take nobody light, and that's why I train hard. Is because I want to be ready for the best, and I don't like when it's easy. So that's why I train hard. That's it.
So you prefer a challenge over an easy fight?
Yes, for sure,
Right.
sure. If when it's too easy, it's not.
You don't feel accomplished.
Yes, yes.
Oh, damn. Okay. Do you have any kind of like, I guess, long-term goals as far as like this upcoming year? Do you have, I guess, a number of fights that you would like to get in this year?
I would like to 3 fights by year. I think is good.
Right.
Because I don't like to be all the time in training camp.
Yeah.
Like I like to eat.
And you want to live life, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I want to
Oh,
live my
man.
life. But I don't stop. I never stop training.
Right.
But just for the restriction around that, I don't want to be in training camp all the time. But three fight by week, by week, by year.
Damn, that's what they do in Thailand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you know, like,
But I think it's good. It's like now my next fight in February, maybe another before I come back. I will come back to Canada for because I have a house and I want to rent it. But I will come back in May. So maybe if I have time, do another fight, and after it will be after the summer during the autumn or winter, or if I don't fight before coming to other. Coming back.
Okay.
So for me, I think it's good. I got 3 fight by
yeah, that's a good number. That's a good number. What would you say, I guess, is how would you describe before the pandemic, before any of the lockdowns, the fighting, the MMA, fighting, boxing, bare knuckle scene in Quebec or in Canada as a whole? Forget about the shutdowns. How would you describe it? And as a second parter, if they had never closed down, would you still want to leave Quebec to fight down here?
Yes. And before the pandemic, Canada, there's not a lot organization already.
You would think because of GSP that it would be a bigger thing, is it not?
No, there was a TKO MMA that's with them. I did my first.
Yes, and Cyril Gahn was in that card, correct?
Cyril Gahn,
Yeah.
Yes, I fought on the same card of him, had a championship fight in MMA, and he was fighting for a title too at the same organization. So, yes, it was the biggest in Canada. It was really good. It was really professional, but it shut down before the pandemic. So, I know there's other organization MMA like in the west of Canada, but it's not big. It's really not. It's not a big sign for that.
Okay.
Boxing, we have good organization too, but now that's it. With the pandemic, it's different.
Yeah.
So I think the best place really it's here in Florida for sport. I think because it's so many things.
Yeah, it's a hub for gyms down here. It's crazy. And was it? Did you choose Miami just because of the number of gyms that they have? Because there's gyms that you got NDA in California. You got some in Vegas. You got there's a couple different small hubs in the U.S. that have a good amount of gyms. But what makes you decide on South Florida?
First, the weather. So for sure, I like the weather, and I already went here to Florida many times in my life. So it's it's not new. So,
Okay. Wow.
So, and the gym, I know I follow many athletes, and the population of athletes here is really big. So that's why I choose to come here.
Right.
So I already went to Vegas, like I told,
Right.
and I like it too. I want to come back to Vegas.
Yeah, what was your experience in Vegas like?
It was nice. I went 5 weeks in the Syndicate MMA.
Okay.
Yes, so it was cool because there was a lot of girls in the UFC and things like that.
Wow.
So it was really good for the experience. But it's rock everywhere. So
Yeah. Now, go for it. I got you.
No water.
Yeah, it's way too. It's dry.
Yes,
it's
it's dry.
There you go.
So I think
man.
it miss green and things like that. At Florida, it's just.
Yeah, we just got a little bit more humidity, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I don't have any problems, you know what I'm saying? I'm Gucci. Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm talking about? We have three segments, and the second one is actually the movie review of the week. You know what I'm talking about? And in this beautiful segment, we ask our illustrious guest for a suggestion, a recommendation. You know what I'm saying? Any sort of show or movie that maybe you're binging on Netflix, on HBO, on anything really. Or maybe let's say it's the week of the fight and you need something to get your mind off of it. You want to de-stress. What's kind of something that you, at the end of a long day, you sit back, you lay down in the bed, whatever, chill. What do you watch?
I don't really watch the TV, but
okay. I'm sure that
stress.
or I'm sure that like if you watched a movie recently or even at the theaters, anything.
I like horror movie. So
Oh, me
sure.
too. Me
I
too.
Like it, really.
Okay.
So I like it. I like.
Okay, the new one.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
I like it.
That was like 4 hours long. You know what I'm saying? Because they did two parts.
Attends. Yes. Okay. The one and the two. There's two.
Right.
The
Right.
first is good. It's better, I think. But,
when they were kids, because they're kids in the
yes.
first one, and then in the second one they're adults.
Yes. And I like that's it. The what is a little bit fantastic and that can go. I can have the feeling I'm in another world.
Okay.
Like, disconnect.
Okay. So like surrealistic sort of. Okay.
Yes, but with a little bit of blood and things like that.
Okay. All right. Are you a fan of Saw? Did you ever watch Saw?
Yes, I saw.
They have a lot of blood.
Yes,
You know?
I like it. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
I like many the horror movie. I was watching just that when I was young. So yes.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
You're watching it while other people are watching Barney. That's dope. What would you give it out of 5 stars?
The first hit, yes, 4. I think 4. I like to the Joker, the last Joker, but
yeah,
this is a mental.
Yeah, very like mentally ill sort of.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it. This one is really good too.
Shout out Joaquin Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? That was the Joker
Yes,
for that
yes.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very good. So yeah, but from all the movies that you picked, choose one and give it a rating from 5 stars.
Give it what?
So give it like a grade.
Rewards.
Right.
Reward?
Yeah, reward. There you go. Out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
But I think 4.5.
Okay, all right. And what about what was the second one that you had? You got Texas Chainsaw Massacre in there.
Yes.
I mean, that's a classic.
Yes, I like it.
What was the last? And what was the last one you mentioned?
I've been watching. I don't remember the name. Something. I don't know. Many are similar.
Right. Especially nowadays, like horror is kind of like they recycle the stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And speaking of Saw, they did a new one called Spiral. Don't watch it; it's super bad.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's horrible.
Okay.
It's horrible. It was bad. But that's the movie review of the week. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Jade. Is there anything you kind of do to kind of like zen to if you ever feel nervous, let's say for a fight, first of all, do you ever feel nervous before a
Yes,
fight?
for sure.
What do you do? Do you meditation? What do you do to kind of zen out?
I go out with my dogs in the wood. That's what I do. Yes, I think
Damn.
just in the nature and. But for me, it's what it works better. I can think about nothing and just walk and enjoy the hair and
Right.
yes,
Wow.
I think it's for me it works. Yes, I don't do yoga. I don't do nothing. I just I like the nature.
Wow. How many dogs do you have?
2,
Okay. What are their names?
Django and OG.
Okay. Damn. All right. That was beautiful. Damn.
It's a lab boxer, one Labrador boxer, and this is the father, and I have the son. It's lab boxer pit bull.
Oh, damn.
Yes, and they are like 100 pounds each. It's
Oh,
big dog.
oh, that's
They
a
are-
big boy.
Yeah, big boy.
Damn.
They are black and they are with me all the time. They are in my camper and.
Oh, man, I would take him to the locker room before your fight. You know
Yes,
what I'm
I
saying?
want to bring them at the hard rock.
For real? Oh, I love that. That's fire. Oh man.
Yes.
I would be intimidated. I would pull out of the fight if I was the girl. If I see oh man, I'll be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Oh man. Wow, that was beautiful. Talk to us about some of your. Are you a fan of the sport? Some people have come on here and basically they're like, no, I don't watch fights. I just fight. Are you a fan of the sport? Do you watch fights?
I watch, but I watch more the girls.
Okay.
More girls.
Right.
But I'm not. I don't follow that really.
Okay.
I like to fight, but that's it. I follow, but not.
Right. Do you when you do watch? Do you normally watch Bareknuckle or do you watch UFC? Do you watch everything?
I watch UFC and I watch Bareknuckle because
Of
I'm
course, you
in.
got to study the competition.
Yes, exactly.
What'd you think of the Amanda Nunes and what's this girl's
The
name?
last fight?
Yeah.
It was a surprise. Yeah.
Big surprise.
Yes,
Big surprise.
Yes, she's good. The other, I didn't think.
I didn't think it was possible.
Yes.
The
Yes,
biggest-
exactly.
The biggest underdog.
Yes.
And it flips everything because now they're gonna do the Ultimate Fighter and they're gonna be coaching it separately. Like it's crazy how one moment can change everything.
Yes, that's true.
Do you feel that when going inside when you're going into a fight? Do you feel like one moment can change
Yes.
anything? Have you ever
Yes.
felt like you were losing a fight, but I feel like giving up is maybe never an option because one punch it changes everything.
Yes.
Talk to us
Yes.
about that a little bit.
About what?
About how about just like the fact that literally one. I feel like
Okay, yes, a moment.
I feel like it's one of the few sports, one of the very few sports. Because if you're, let's say you got 10 seconds left in basketball and you're down 30 points, you lost already. There's 2 minutes left in soccer. You're down 4 goals, you lost already. It's one of the
can
very
change,
few
yes.
sports
Yes.
that you could literally be in the last
Yes.
second
And-
losing for 25 minutes and still win.
Yes, that's true. But I think it's the beauty of the sport because everything can happen, and even if your preparation is really good and everything, you never know. You never know how it can be. It can be so. Yes, just a little moment, a second, a punch can change everything. Everything.
Is it difficult for you to listen to your corner when you're in a fight? The adrenaline is rushing. There's people there. Everybody's screaming. You got the other person's corner. How are you able to listen to them?
Yes, I think, and yes, I think sometimes I don't hear. Sometimes I hear good, but there was fight I was listen nothing because of the stress or yes, it depends on the circumstance, but it's not always easy.
Do you, for this particular camp, given that your main coach was in Quebec up until will be up in Quebec up until recently, what'd you do? Did you kind of like text him every day and give him an update, send him a video of your training? Kind of, what was that virtual coaching relationship like?
Yes, it looks like that. I talk to him not every day, but almost, and I film my sparring and I send to him, and we watch together on the phone, and he tells me, okay, you have to work on that, and . So it's like that. He asked me what's my training, and but it's not my first, so I know what I have to do, but it's more for the strategic and all that he's there, and so he coached me even if he's not present, but it works good.
Is it kind of like a different level of comfort having someone who is going to be fluent in your native tongue to be able to kind of like give you those instructions on the fly, as opposed to a coach that would have to be speaking another language? I mean, I'm assuming it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, or no?
To have my coach from Quebec, yes, I will be more confident because I already worked with him and he know me.
How long have you been working with him?
But not too long. I just started to work with him for my last fight.
Okay.
Because it's the only boxing coach.
Okay.
Because me, I was my head coach before was MMA. So that's why. But just the time I have worked with him changed many things. I saw I really upgrade. So and he's really he watch everything the night. He cannot sleep. He watch boxing. So he's passionate, and I trust him a lot. And I feel really confident with him. For sure, he speaks French like me, so it's easy. But my coach too here in Miami is a really good coach, and I'm used to hear it in every sparring I do. So I think my ear will be good for both.
Right. No, and I feel like it's so helpful to have someone that's so obsessed with the sport. That's so good. That's so good. You want someone that can't sleep because of how you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to fix that footwork, you know, whatever. Like, you know, like, that's amazing, man. Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm talking about? We have 3. I said 3 segments, and the last one is actually the quest for the truth. You know what I'm talking about? And in this beautiful segment, we ask our illustrious guest a random question. A random question from this here deck of cards. I don't know what the question is going to be. It could be personal, it could be not. But here we go. All right, here we go. Jade, describe your ideal partner and relationship. Bro, the cards have spoken, bro. The cards have spoken, bro. The cards have spoken.
Ideal
Your ideal partner and relationship.
Relationship like
a partner, like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever.
Okay, I want someone independent for sure, because I'm independent, and someone who got success in his domain, in his discipline. Maybe not a fighter, because sometimes it's hard.
Right.
I know I was with a fighter before, and it can be good, but it can be bad, because it can affect when they got fight. So yes, I like a real male with the scars in the face and tattoo. He who looks mean.
Okay, you're describing a Guido right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's beautiful. So if you got scars, you know what I'm saying?
Look mean. I think you're gentle.
Oh, you're describing Harry Potter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, too small.
But he has a scar. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. You know. So Daniel Radcliffe, you know what I'm saying? I think Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter single, you know what I'm saying? So we'll send him this over, we'll send him over. He'll slide in the DMs. But that, wow. And you can't be a fighter, you gotta have scars, bro. So that's beautiful. Yes. Oh my God.
It's not a big description, no, but...
No, but that's specific enough, but yet vague enough. You know what I'm saying? That like, you'll get a wide array of submissions, you know? Is it difficult, if you don't mind me asking, is it difficult, I guess, being a female in such a quote-unquote male-dominated sport?
Yes, yes, because just for the lifestyle, it's not easy to find someone who can understand if they are not in this in the fighting sport. lot of men like girly.
Right,
and
like a little Barbie and stuff. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and are more.
I'll kick your ass. Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah. You're like, I'll whoop your ass, bro. Like, yeah.
But me, so yes, I'm feminine. I like to put makeup. I like to have a beautiful um, hair and things like that. But for sure, I fight. So see, I have this side strong, and I don't like when it's weak. And
Right.
so it's difficult. It's difficult, yes. But I presently I really focus on my goals, and I don't want to be in relationship. So say I just move here and to achieve my goal. So
Okay.
maybe I will see later. But
Right.
for now, I'm good with that. And
Harry Potter, back off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, very cool, very cool. I do want to know, what is kind of like your eating regimen during your fight camp? Is it different? I guess the first 3-4 weeks, and then the last week it's drastically different. What are you eating?
Yes, but for now, since my last training camp, I have really someone who follow me. So yes, it changed. It's always different because it depends when I start the diet. Depends on my weight. Depends on my training. So the person who do this, he go with that. See, my training is not at the same hour. So, but yes, it changed. Like I have almost. Meal plan for I have a new for the next week. I will have for the other week of the fight. It depends how my body goes.
Right.
So but it's kind of similar for the beginning of the training camp, but at the end it changed. And before it was really drastic when I did by myself, because
Oh my God.
I wanted to take all to don't stop, to don't have just a little cheat once a week. I want to eat all, and when it's time serious, I cut everything to enjoy the longer as possible. But
right.
It's not good because it's really drastic. But now I do a little bit by little bit.
Wow.
I don't know if you understand good what I want to say.
No, I do. No. You're doing it a little bit at a time as opposed to doing it drastically in one go. No, I get it.
Yes, but it's better. The body can adapt better.
It's not as much of a shock.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow. Did it take you a long time to kind of like find that perfect medium? When you first started, were you getting sick when you were doing weight cuts?
No, I'm not sick. No, just after the weigh-in, sometimes I've eaten the lobster Chinese and things like that.
Man,
that it's not
right. It's not fuel for the fight.
no, and 2 ice cream and things like that. But now I know I'm more calm on the food.
But are you? But do you also do you reward yourself after the fight?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Oh.
After, it's not just after the fight for
like, okay, it's
yes.
I treat myself.
My normal diet.
I treat myself for a bit, you know.
No, but I don't eat the trash food. I still eat good, but I just like to have a treat like sugar after. I really like that after. So I eat good, but with a little bit sugar.
Are you big into like your workouts? Are they mostly just regular fighting? Is it drills, or do you also do weights? Do you do conditioning? Talk to us about conditioning and weights and that sort of thing.
Okay. Normally I do for boxing. Now I just do boxing, so I have everyday boxing training. I have drills. I have sparring 2 or 3 times a week. And normally that's it. Every day training boxing, and after maybe in the evening or sometimes it before the boxing training, I do cardio, run or things like that. I do conditioning, but not big way, more for explosivity and all, because I'm already strong. I have
Yeah.
big muscles, so and I take weight really fast. Me, I did before just lifting weight and things like that just for fun, but I take too much.
You got too big?
Yes. So now I do specific thing for the boxing, for the sport.
Wow.
Really, because
Right.
and it's really good. It's really good like that. But there was a try and
Trial and error. Got you. Normally, when it comes to the week of the fight, when are you most like irritable? Is it the week before? Is it the week of the fight because you are drained from the weight cut? Is it the day before and you don't want anybody to talk to you? Like what do you where are you at mentally the week of?
the week off. Yes, I'm irritable, and even before, like 2-3 weeks before, when my weight have to drop more, I think I'm always hungry and it's not it plays on my humors.
Okay.
So yes, I'm more irritable, and the week of the fight more, but it's really just because of the food.
Yo, I can relate to you.
If and even when I'm not in on diet on training camp, if I have a bad day and I'm pissed off something, I go take a treat, ice cream, and I feel better after.
Hell yeah. Oh man. Man, you heard it from the doctor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, get a treat, get a mochi or something.
For me, it works. For me.
You know, I love mochi. You know, straight up. Wow, that's beautiful. I want to know kind of like what's when you're heading into the fight, what is going on through your head? Like when you're actually walking, when you're having that walkout, when you hear that walkout music, and also kind of what is your process to pick your walkout song? Do you not think about it too much? Do you pick whatever, or do you think about the walkout music a lot?
I always enter on Slipknot song.
Oh shit!
So because it's my favorite artist.
I'll pull out of the fight right there when I hear Slipknot.
It's always that, always.
Oh.
And so say I think it's not always the same song.
Right.
So I know it will be Slipknot, but I don't think too much about. But I like when it starts slow and after like 31 minutes, it starts with the heavy.
That build up.
Yes, so I always wait in the song, the moment when it's go heavy, I just during when it's soft, I just feel the energy, and when it starts, I always run and I go. It's time.
Yeah.
I say,
Oh
time.
man, waiting for that crescendo like a damn movie.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, I'm getting hyped just hearing about it. Oh my God. Do you kind of feel, what does it feel like to go out, walk out with your corner? Do you kind of feel like you're not walking alone, or does it still, because fighting is such a one-on-one competition, but also you do have 2-3 people in that corner that are, so supportive of what you're doing and who you are. Talk to us about that feeling of having your corner behind you.
Yes, for sure. It's more confident. It's the energy. It's bigger, and the people I trust, and they know me, and they have their role to
fulfill. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I think enter with them at the back. We feel stronger. We feel stronger. BKFC. For the entry, they let us alone enter, and after our corners go. But it's good too. We are so minding.
Right.
But yes.
What are you doing in the locker room before when you're waiting? They tell you, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case. What are you doing? Are you just shadow boxing? Are you walking around? Are you listening to music? What are you doing?
I don't listen to music. I visualization, and I do myths, yes, but it's more like I like to do like scenario scene, like with my coach, and say, okay, you enter, we reproduce like the enter, and say we do things like that, just to. But I don't like when it's too serious. I like to laugh, and I like to it's the fun part. It's supposed to be the fun part when you go to fight, because all the hard work, it's now that it pays. So me, I see it like that. It's I do this because I have fun doing this. If I don't have fun, I will not do it. So I want to continue to have fun. It's all the process is nice. So,
What would you say, I guess, is one of the most difficult aspects of when you're actually fighting? Is it the technique? Is it landing the punch? Is it the cardio if you have to go the entire distance? What would you say is one of the most difficult aspects about it that maybe sometimes it goes unnoticed?
I think the cardio. If you don't have cardio, even if you know what you have to do, your body don't follow. It's the worst thing, I think. So cardio, and me, I do asthma. So it was when I was young. I had to.
You had asthma?
Yes.
You had an inhaler?
Yes, but it's really good. I just take when I'm really sick or things like that. But I take my
Medicine.
this before the fight, just to be sure.
Right.
But I have to work more than on my cardio than the other people.
Right.
So yes, I think it's the hardest part for me.
Right. I think a lot of fighters would agree. I mean, it's I think it's sometimes overlooked, especially when you talk about like heavyweights. Most of the time, I was very surprised, for example, that Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane went the entire distance. I thought that's gonna go 2 rounds maybe, because you know them, they swing.
Yes.
They swing.
Yes, and
for
they are big.
Oh, they're big boys. Yeah, I was like 250 pounds of muscle. You know, like.
Yes, but Cyril Gane is really athletic.
Yeah.
Agility is a cardio machine. Is for his weight. He's really
100%. 100%. Jay, before we start wrapping up, I do want to know kind of like what's your relationship with social media? Do you think that it's a quote unquote necessary evil when you're in the spotlight as you are? Do you find yourself on social media a lot? Do you find yourself needing to post in order to sell tickets? Do you have a pressure to have an image in order to maybe sign another contract? Talk to me about that.
Yes, it's tools. I think the social media for now it's important. We have to have it and to work on it, just for sponsor, for the image. But me, I stay who I am. Even if I want to post something, I will not. But not bad things, but if I want to post something, I will post it, even if there's no link. And but it's important because it's a tool work, just like like my OnlyFans or things like that, go reach more people, and it's visibility. It's really visibility. So we have to have it.
What's kind of like your relationship been like with Bareknuckle so far? Have they been, the utmost professionals? What has been like dealing with Bareknuckle FC?
Yes, they are really professional. I really like the organization. Everything is set really good. Like the week of the fight, they send us an email with the things we have to post and the video. Everything is already set, so it's easy. And I think it's really good because I went with the other organization.
Okay.
Sometimes, and
it's not the same level.
No, this is really professional.
Wow! Yeah. Wow! Wow. First of all, before we start to wrapping up, first of all, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start wrapping up, can we please give it up for our guest today, Jade Masson-Wong? Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been an absolute blast getting to know you. Before we wrap up, talk to us about social media. Where can the people find you? Where can they follow your journey in Bareknuckle and beyond? Talk to us about that.
My Instagram is jade.masson.wong.
Okay.
And I think I put all my things more on Instagram. I have my Facebook too, but it's more from my Quebec people.
Okay.
But it's all under my name, Jade Masson-Wong.
Okay,
So,
amazing.
and I have all the link for my OnlyFans and things on my link in Instagram.
Link in bio.
Yeah.
There you go. Very cool. And I guess before we wrap up, where do you talk to us? I normally end with a question. I'm trying to think if I'm going to go past or future. I think I'll go future. Where do you see yourself, let's say, 5 years down the line? What's going on?
5 years later? Mm-hmm. It's hard to say because things can go so faster. And say I have a goals, short term, middle term, and long term. But say I want to fight as long as I have fun and my body can follow. So in 5 years now I'm 29, so I will be 34 in 5 years.
Okay.
So yes, maybe.
Oh, you're 100. You're still fighting. What you mean? You're in your prime fighting.
Yes, maybe I will. We'll fight again. But if I would like to go after in the WWA when it will be.
Very cool.
Because I don't want to be to have too much damage. To say it's a punch to the head, and if I see my brain start to be a little bit
you see
late,
that early onset CT.
I don't want to be a vegetable after. So say I love fighting, but I'm conscious that it's risk.
Right.
So maybe later go there that it's still athletic and the girl are beautiful hair, beautiful costume and everything. So I like this part too. So it's maybe another plan. If it don't, we never know. So I have always plan A, plan B, plan C. So we're gonna see what's happened. But for real, yes, I want to continue in Bareknuckle for middle term.
Right.
Long term, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
That's a smart gal, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I mean, to be so self-aware of your future, and that's one of the things I kind of want to get into. And I mean, we'll get into for a brief second before we wrap up. But yeah, did you ever feel what weight does the fear of CT, does the fear of brain damage, does the fear of any sort of damage, what weight does that hold on you every time that you fight?
What weight?
What does it?
If I think a lot of that.
Do you think a lot about the CT, the brain damage, any injury?
But I don't think too much because if you think to that, it's not good. Mm-hmm. But I'm conscious that it can happen. We are in a fighting sport and we punch the other in the face, and in it's the sport, and people are happy when the other person is knocked down. So
that's so true. That's so true.
I know it, so I will do it until my body can do it, and I have fun because I love fighting. I love it, but I'm conscious. I know.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this powerhouse of an episode. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing every Thursday at midnight? Yes, you can go on Apple Podcasts. Yes, you can go on Deezer, on Spotify, and all that good stuff and get that audio. But more than anything, ladies and gentlemen, get to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get all these damn 72 camera angles, you know what I'm saying? So you can get our guests up close and personal, and also my bald, beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? But every Thursday at midnight, go ahead, hit that subscribe, follow us on Instagram, send in those questions that we'll read out on the air. Is there anything that you have for our guests just before we wrap up? Anything you want to tell them?
No, but thank you to receive me and come watch my fight next February 19.
Please.
Yes.
You see it on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. You see it on the screen. Go watch it. Tune in. Let her know Midnight in Miami sent you. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. But every Thursday at midnight, you know what it is. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks to you.
Holla.
You can say how you feel on Midnight in Miami. When you can push it to the limit, it gets real.